What's up, everybody? Welcome to Garden Sound 365. My name is Gardner, and I am just stuck in the mud today. I don't know what to do. I originally had planned to do a collaboration, but that fell through. No hard feelings there. And then I was gonna do an episode on electro swing. Honestly, I just don't feel like doing an episode on electro swing right now because it requires a lot of tutorial kind of mindset, and I'm all teached out right now. Just with the Dead Mouse series, I've been pouring a lot of energy into that, and I think people have really appreciated it. So I think instead going to do an episode on what to do when you don't feel creative. How do you get inspired? What do you do when you're suffering from writer's block? Because that's where I am right now. And I have successfully beaten writer's block 297 times in a row, and if I can beat it today, it'll be 298 times in a row. First, I have to take a huge shit. I need you all to pay attention. Pay attention. Look at my face. Look into my eyes. Pay attention, okay? I make these videos so people will pay attention, and I need you to focus. I've had a lot of people ask me, Gardner, are you selling this music anywhere? Are you selling the music you make on 365? Yes. Yes, I am selling the music. Yes, it is on my website, which is GARDNSOUND.com. You can buy them by month. If you don't want to pay for each month individually, you can support me on Patreon and get everything up to this point for $10. Not only that, but you'll be supporting me on Patreon and you get access to all of the files that I create, all these how to makes that I do, like with Dead Mouse and Muse and Imagine Dragons. All of those get uploaded to Patreon, so you can pick apart those project files. And the first thing you do is you leave the room. And again, these methods might not work for you. This is what I do. These are the methods that work for me. So there's no guarantee here that this is gonna work for you. The first thing I do is I remove myself from the situation that I was in, because here's the thing. In order to be in the mood, people say, oh, I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the mood. What does that mean? Without delving into like pseudo-psychology, being in the mood is only a byproduct of experiences you've had that day. For instance, if I say, I'm not in the mood right now to discuss writer's block, there's a number of things that led up to being in that mood. Am I wrong? So basically you can artificially put yourself in the mood to write. That's what I'm saying. So then it becomes a question of what does put you in the mood to write? And for me it's a combination of things. I've got to be properly caffeinated. I have an addiction to caffeine, I'll admit it, and I have to drink about one of these in the morning before I will feel ready to write music. This holds about 2 cups of coffee. So here's number 2. So let's see if this fixes it. Also, I don't write very well if I'm hungry, so I'm gonna cook something. Is that the fucking hustle? Do the hustle! Yeah, so just figure out, like next time you're in the mood, think about what you have done that day and whether or not, like, think about it. What have you done? Because sometimes, but don't stew on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and think to yourself, I'm a failure, I'm not in the mood, I'm supposed to be in the mood, I'm supposed to be writing right now. Don't stew on it. That's why getting out of the room is so important. You gotta remove yourself from the pressure, right? It's very easy to remove yourself from the pressure, just leave the room. Now, for those of you who are in like 1-bedroom suites, go outside. We're gonna have another problem here in a minute. How to get rid of an earworm, because I've got the hustle stuck in my head. If it doesn't fit in the container you're trying to put it in there, make it fit. That's right, vegetable. Fuck you. You goddamn onion. Oh, this is my favorite part. Listen, listen, listen. Love that part. A little bit of cumin, a a bit of garlic salt, a bit of actual salt, a little bit of Garden Sound salt. Fuck you, you're a talentless piece of shit. See, that's the stuff they don't teach you in cookie school. And then play the game that I like to play, which is what's the worst that could happen. Let's say I don't make a song today. Let's say I fail and I can't overcome writer's block. The worst thing that could happen is I fail my whole project. Okay, that's pretty bad. Don't play that game. I'm just kidding. Let's take that back. Let's roll it back a bit. Fucking John Fassel, million views. See, a lot of people ask why I don't use salt in my cooking, or a lot of salt in my cooking. And the reason is I already have a lot of salt inside of me. Lighting actually plays a huge role for me in creativity. And when I first got those new lights, remember when I had like the old shitty lights in my studio and now I have like the nice bright lights on my face? It took me a while to get used to that. And so the first couple of songs I made with the new lighting actually kind of suck. You can actually tell when the lighting is fucking with me because I won't make my song that day on screen. I'll say, hey, I'm gonna go create something. And then what I do, like the first thing I do after I turn the camera off is I turn those lights off so that it's back to my dimly lit kind of studio where I can be brooding. But I can force that to come out of myself by dimming the lights. I'm making comfort food. I'm making taco mac. For those of you who don't know, I'm a vegetarian, and it's kind of difficult to find recipes that don't suck. This is one of my favorites. It's basically Annie's boxed mac and cheese. Now I know what you're thinking. Boxed mac and cheese? That's gross. This shit's legit. This is not Kraft macaroni and cheese. Everything in this box is organically made, so it does all of the good things I want it to do, and does not hurt the environment or my body. Well, it doesn't hurt my body a lot. It's not as good for me as if I made my own mac and cheese. I would conjecture, but I don't have any evidence to back that up. So and then I basically put a shit ton of cumin in with some vegetables and this stuff. Which these are called meatless crumbles, and they're basically wheat protein. And they look and taste kind of like ground beef. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, you don't eat meat, so why are you using meat substitutes? Because the texture is dope. The texture of the stuff is really awesome. You can't get a lot of protein from just eating vegetables. So, unless you're eating a lot of beans, and beans are not a vegetable, they are a legume. Bet you didn't know that. This is also a really quick meal, so because I'm like unnaturally busy, I don't have time to make stuff, and the pitfall there is that you slip into a habit of eating food that's really quick and bad for you. So I'm always looking for recipes that are quick and good for you. And when I say quick, I mean quick. For instance, I've been filming the whole time since I've come up the stairs, and it's only been 14 minutes. So, as I'm making this, let's talk more about writer's block. Writer's block, I think, comes from fear. I think it's a mental thing where your brain gets in the way of your creativity. Your right brain fights your left brain. And I think one of the best ways to combat that is to just be in flux. Just constantly be in flux. Trick your brain. Go somewhere else, like I've said before. I'm running out of ideas for the video about running out of ideas. How meta is that? I didn't even intend for it to be that way. Motherfucker. Hey. The reason I like to cook when I have writer's block is because it allows me to zone out. Creative thought really does exist in the part of your brain that isn't paying attention to anything. Sometimes what I like to do is walk off camera before I finish a sentence. Sometimes what I like to do is try an old idea again to see if maybe my skills have improved enough for me to more accurately hit it. Serve in a bowl and devour. I want to do an Ask Me Anything on episode number 300, which is going to be on Thursday. So, do me a favor. Leave any question you want me to answer. It can be anything, alright? Because it's been a while since I've done a Q&A. Leave me any question you'd like below on this video. I'll make the same announcement on tomorrow's video. And then on Thursday, for episode number 300, we'll do an Ask Me Anything. I've gotten over my writer's block. See? You just gotta remove yourself, drink a little bit of coffee, and do something else. So anyway, I want to play around with that deadmau5 synthesizer that I made for my video on Sunday, where I did the deadmau5 song Brazil. I'm gonna write a progressive house song today. But this video isn't about that. This video is about how to overcome writer's block.
which we have 298th day in a row, I have overcome writer's block. And so can you. You just gotta let this be a motivational video for you. I'm gonna make this a short video. Writer's block is just fear. And there's really nobody you're trying to impress, or there shouldn't be anybody you're trying to impress other than yourself. Just don't worry about it. Remove yourself from the situation, free up your right brain, allow it to flow, allow those creative juices to flow. Eat something, drink some coffee, go outside. And as always, my name is GARDNSOUND. I will see you tomorrow. It's good coffee.